This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover how Ukrainian refugees can enter the U.S. on humanitarian grounds. Form I-134, Declaration of Financial Support. El Paso aims to issue identification cards for undocumented migrants. USCIS provides information on Uniting for Ukraine. Abbott's controversial truck inspections. Supreme Court to revisit Remain in Mexico revival. Judge threatens to halt Biden's plan to lift Title 42. DHS outlines plan to secure border after Title 42 is lifted. President Biden announced a new program called Uniting for Ukraine, which will create a process for Ukrainians seeking refuge in the United States. About a month ago, Biden announced the U.S. will accept up to 100,000 Ukrainians fleeing Russia's invasion. Biden explained this new humanitarian parole program will provide a fast way for legal migration for Ukrainians who have a U.S. sponsor, such as family members or go. The Ukrainian applicants under the new humanitarian parole will undergo rigorous security vetting and checks. Biden also announced another $800 million package of weapons and other aid that will be sent to Ukraine to help fight against the Russian attacks. USCIS announced Form I-134, Declaration of Financial Support, to be used by individuals agreeing to financially support Ukrainians and their immediate family members as part of Uniting for Ukraine. The form can be filed online followed by a separate affidavit filed for each applicant. To file Form I-134 online, you must be located within the United States. Ukrainians seeking parole through Uniting for Ukraine may not file Form I-134 on their own behalf. If you are supporting a parolee outside of Uniting for Ukraine or an applicant for another immigration benefit, you must file a paper I-134 through the appropriate lockbox location. About 70,000 El Paso County residents, equaling almost 10% of the county's population, do not have any form of identification. The lack of identification is affecting immigrant families, people facing homelessness, veterans and transgender members of the community. This prevents the migrants from opening bank accounts, requesting government services, or even picking children up from school. A coalition of grassroots groups received 13,000 signatures at El Paso City Hall to support an initiative called Municipal ID. BNHR and other groups are calling on city officials to vote in this initiative and to fund it in the next fiscal year budget. The Municipal ID will verify the undocumented migrant's identity and physical residence. Uniting for Ukraine was announced on April 21 to welcome Ukrainians fleeing the Russian invasion. Uniting for Ukraine is a way for Ukrainian citizens and their immediate family members who are outside the U.S. seeking to stay temporarily for a 2-year period of parole. Through the program, Ukrainians must have someone in the U.S. who agrees to provide them with financial support for the duration of their time in the United States. The Ukrainians will also be able to apply for discretionary employment authorization from USCIS.
If you are new to our channel, welcome and please subscribe to stay in the loop. We offer free 15-minute consultations if your case is qualified, so we can point you in the right direction. Stay tuned for the secret code later in the show.
Data from the Texas Department of Public Safety reported no drugs, weapons, or any type of contraband discovered under Texas Governor Greg Abbott's new commercial truck inspections. Abbott ordered the increase of inspections earlier this month because he wanted to control a surge of migrants that will arrive at the border after Biden repeals Title 42. Abbott agreed to lift the inspections, which caused a protest by Mexican truckers. Abbott came to an agreement with Mexico's governors to increase border patrol and security, so he will lift the truck inspections. The Supreme Court is hearing oral arguments over the Biden administration's attempt to end the Remain in Mexico policy, also known as Migrant Protection Protocols, MPP. The policy began in 2019 under the Trump administration and forced migrants to stay in Mexico while awaiting decisions for their immigration cases. Lower courts previously ruled that the Biden administration did not follow the rules when it tried to end the policy over humanitarian concerns. The Justice Department warned that if the Supreme Court rules the administration cannot end the policy, then legal precedent may be set that could limit the power the executive branch has on immigration and foreign relations. A federal judge said he would block the Biden administration's plan to lift Title 42. Judge Robert R. Summerhays of the United States District Court for the Western District of Louisiana did not yet rule whether the pandemic health policy should be kept in place. He said he would grant a request from the states of Missouri, Louisiana, and Arizona to prevent the federal government from taking any early steps to disregard Title 42 protocols for certain migrants and process them under normal immigration procedures. Specifically, their lawsuit claims there are indications that many migrants are already not being subjected to Title 42 expulsions. The Department of Homeland Security outlined its plan to secure the U.S.-Mexico border once Title 42 is lifted. The administration is expecting that once the policy is lifted, migration levels will increase, as well as smugglers taking advantage of vulnerable migrants. Under the new plan, the administration vows to increase resources such as personnel, transportation, medical assistance, and facilities to support border operations. DHS will increase CBP processing efficiency to alleviate the burden on border communities. There will also be strict enforcement for unlawful entry such as removal, detention, and prosecution.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.